Hello everyone. I am just over a third of the way through How to Make a Horror Movie and Survive by Craig DeLuey. So far I am enjoying this one now that I've gotten into it. It was one that it took me a little bit to get into. A lot of backstory in the first 4 chapters. But once you get into it, it picks up pretty quickly. And I am excited to continue this one. So I am going to read a little bit. We have about 30 minutes before dinner. So I'm going to read a little bit and see how far I get, and I will check in a little while. Alright, so I am about 2/3 of the way through How to Make a Horror Movie and Survive. We are in the pre-production stages, and I am really enjoying this. I am really hoping that I will find some energy tonight and actually finish it before passing out, but I don't think that's gonna happen, as it is 10 o'clock right now, so I'm probably gonna be going to bed very soon. But the cast is set, and they're running lines and everything, and there's more going on here than I thought that there was going to be. We do have the haunted camera aspect, but then something's going on with Sally that I wasn't expecting. She's got like a stalker or something following her around, and so I think that's gonna end up coming to a head soon. But I'm going to get ready for bed and then keep reading, and hopefully finish this either tonight or tomorrow morning, because it is really overdue. They've sent me a notice saying that it's really overdue. So I'm gonna try to get this done by tomorrow at 5, so that I can run up to the library and turn all of my overdue books in, because there's quite a stack. But I will check in with you guys at the end of the book. I have now finished How to Survive, or How to Make a Horror Movie and Survive. Not quite how I was it was not what I was expecting going into it. I knew that Max had a haunted or a cursed camera, and there was a lot going on. I will just say I did not expect going into it that the story would take some of the turns it did. I did predict a few things that would happening, but not in the ways that they happened. This is a great read. Would I watch a movie adaptation of this? No. I know myself, and I know how movie makers are, and all the suspenseful music that they would put into it, and I would scream my head off, because there are a lot of things that go on. I think that, like what we see in the epilogue, people walking out of the movie, I think that would have been me, and probably a lot sooner than a lot of them did. Especially if I was by myself. So, overall, great book. I liked this one a lot more than I did episode 13, which also was by Craig DeLuey. And I feel that this one is more rounded out than 13th episode. I really liked it a lot more. So, check one of things to do today. This does take, this is for my tech read on my seasonal spooky challenge. It didn't fit any of the other parts that I had for it. I guess technically it could count as urban. But it doesn't fit novella or audiobook. So I can't squeeze it in there. But overall, had a great time with it, and I have stuff to do today, including a huge laundromat size basket full of clothes that I will need to put away. So I think I might turn on a movie and get laundry done, and I will check in with you guys when I start my next book. Okay, I have started my next book. I am listening to So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison, and I am not quite sure what to think about what's going on. The premise of this is Sloane's husband gives her a birthday trip with her best friend Naomi as a kind of a girls' weekend. And Sloane's definition of a girls' weekend and Naomi's definition of a girls' weekend are very different things. I think Sloane would be happy just touring the little town that they're in. But Naomi wants to party. Yeah. So, Naomi sets up this party, and Sloane quickly figures out that an orgy is about to happen. And she's not entirely on board with this. Yeah. So, based on the cover, which is looks like a cup, a martini cup of blood, I think we're gonna have some vampires. Not 100% sure. Maybe it'll just be cannibals. Who knows? But if I come to my Canva, I think I have to log in. We got new phones, and we have to log in to everything. Oh, maybe I don't. Alright, I do not. Alright, so looking at my list, I am listening to the audiobook. So yes, vampires and cannibals are both on my bonus challenges. And we're gonna go with it. Yes. So I'm gonna get back to it, because I don't have a whole lot more to add without feeling like I'm spoiling any early revelations that are coming in this book. So I'm going to get back to it, and while I am listening, I am knitting a little. My cat likes to cuddle with me at night, but she does not want to be under the blankets, and we are hitting winter, and my arm gets cold. So I'm going to make a sleeve for my right arm so that at night I can pull it on before I go to bed, and then she can cuddle with me and get her pets and all the love and attention she wants without me getting cold. According to Audible, I have another 4 hours and 20 minutes left in So Thirsty at my current speed. So I'm hoping I can get to the point where I start doing my decreases. I'm hoping to get to the point where I'm done with the decreases in this 4 hours and 20 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. I'll check in with you later. Alright, so I have finished So Thirsty. This is one that I didn't feel that I could do an update other than to continue saying how much I was enjoying the book at the 2/3 point, because I was so worried I was going to give away spoilers. Amazing book. So much happens. And the audiobook was amazing. Lately I have found that sometimes I have to have either the physical or the digital copy in front of me so that I can follow along with it. But this one I did not. I had so much fun with this. And that, going with my seasonal spooky challenge, that is going, where did I put those? Boop. That's going to take care of my urban setting. It does take place in New York. It takes care of my audiobook. I could have done it as one of my as blood on the cover, but I used Ghost Camera instead. So I had plenty there. Oops. Burp. And then that is going to also take care of vampires. That's just gonna leave Rest Stop, which is a novella. It's about 160 pages. I should have that done, no problem. And then moving on from there. So I am going to finish my lunch, and then I will check in with you guys in a little while. Hello everyone. I have started Rest Stop by Nat Cassidy. This one is interesting for sure. We have our main character Abe is on his way to the hospital to say goodbye to his grandmother, and stops at a gas station in the middle of nowhere to get gas and get a snack. And while he uses the restroom before getting back on the road, he ends up locked in the bathroom. And spiders have just fallen from the ceiling. So I am going to get back to it and find out what's going on here. It's going to be an interesting read. This is a novella, so I will have it done. I'll probably just check in at the end of the book and then wrap up my seasonal spooky challenge. I'll talk to you soon. Alright, I have now finished a Rest Stop, and that's going to mark the end of my seasonal spooky challenge. The only bonus prompt I did not get is cannibal. It's one that an argument could be made with So Thirsty that there's a cannibal in it, but I used that for vampires and it felt a little stretchy to count it for 2. So, and those are bonus prompts. I didn't have to have those, and I'm not really a big people eating other people type of reader. I will say Nat Cassidy's Rest Stop got as close to slasher territory, or got a lot further into the slasher territory, and I really enjoyed the writing. Thought the writing was amazing, but it was a lot. If this one were a movie, I definitely would have to skip it. It does have a lot of gore and just yeah, it pushed my boundaries in a big way, but that kind of was some of what I was looking for with this readathon, with this challenge, was pushing my boundaries some. So I definitely got that this time. Really enjoyed Rest Stop. I did think that it was really neat, even though I'm reading it after the election, but Nat Cassidy does put in his afterward an encouragement for people to get out and vote, which is really neat, because I am definitely one of those. It is a civil right, and the only way that we're going to get things changed or keep things the way they are is through our vote, and doing what we can to do that. But I am going to end this vlog here since the seasonal spooky challenge is over. I am really excited for that, and it being November 20th and Thanksgiving in 8 days, I am going to turn my attention toward Thanksgiving reads. So, I will see you guys next time. Bye.